Mark had always been gullible and quick to trust, often taking people's words at face value. So when he met Emily with her breathtaking beauty and effortless charm, he was easily smitten. Their conversation seemed to reveal a deep connection, built on shared interests and mutual admiration. When Emily suggested a moonlight drive to a secluded spot in the woods for a romantic evening, Mark, blinded by his infatuation and naivety, didn't think twice about any potential risk. Trusting her completely, he eagerly followed her into the darkness, his mind set only on the promise of an intimate encounter. As they pulled in and parked, Emily took the keys out of the ignition, her smile reassuring. Without warning, she began to undress Mark, tugging off his shirt and pulling down his pants, her actions quick and decisive. Suddenly, a rustling sound echoed through the trees, and both of them froze. Mark's heart pounded as fear crept in, but Emily's panic seemed even more intense, her wide eyes darting around as she clung to him. "Did you hear that?" she whispered, her voice trembling. Before Mark could respond, three men emerged from the shadows, their presence terrifying. Mark's fear turned to confusion as Emily's demeanor shifted. Instead of starting the car and escaping, she calmly stepped out, her expression cold and calculating. She approached the men and joined them, leaving Mark to face the harsh truth. He had been set up. After rifling through his pockets and taking everything of value, the men stepped back, giving Mark a stern, warning look. One of them, a burly figure with a scar across his face, leaned in close. "You're lucky we don't make a mess of you," he growled. "Get out of here, and don't even think about telling anyone." Another man with a menacing grin added, "If you do, you'll end up missing, and we won't be so lenient next time." Emily watched from a distance, her expression devoid of sympathy. Without a word, she joined the men, and they all got into the car. The engine turned on, and Mark watched in disbelief as they drove off, leaving him standing alone in the cold, vulnerable and humiliated. With no other option, he began the long walk back home, each step weighed down by the realization of how thoroughly he'd been played. For a while, he couldn't bring himself to speak of what happened, the shock and betrayal silencing him. Eventually, he reported the incident, but the experience had already left deep scars, making it impossible for him to trust anyone for a long time.